So it's raining all day. Looks like it's gonna rain all day, which is so weird to me. But I guess the rain has to come to bring the flowers or whatever. So I'm eating. Now the funny thing is, I was looking at jobs and stuff, and I noticed that they're hiring for Walmart. Now I don't know if I want a job working at Walmart. Y'all be fighting in there, and I ain't really ready for that experience as far as fighting. So they had to investigate and stuff like that. Job position. Now I've worked as far as security when I was bartending and stuff. I was the security bartender, basically everything. Hey Sheila, how are you, love? So I was like, I could do this before because I know the I could de-escalate a lot of things, which I've done in the past. I went to clubs, I de-escalate the situation, and there was never a fist fight or something. So when I looked it up and stuff, I was like, wow, like I'm not trying to get no job to get beat up, and I'm definitely not trying to get no job to get shot. I'm blessed they are hiring because of how that's the thing, Sheila. It's such a big it's they're hiring, but I don't know. I know they always be having these things about shoplifting, which means that I will be an investigator. And I'm like, man, sometimes people don't like it. People don't like the fact you calling them saying they're stealing. That's a big thing there. And then you always have to be sure that you caught them stealing. And I would definitely understand that because I've been traumatized for that too. Like this one time I was in the store when I was real young. These guys grabbed me, took me in the back, and handed me a bag. They was like, "You was stealing." I said, "No, I wasn't." They said, "Well, what's in that bag?" I said, "I don't know. You hand the bag over to me." He was like, "But you was stealing." I said, "If I was stealing, shouldn't I have the bag in my hand? Shouldn't I be with the bag? You bringing a bag to me telling me I was stealing? When I tell you framed, I was like, oh my God, you trying to frame me." He was like, "Why you in the store?" I said, "I'm in the store with my mother." They all started laughing. "Oh, you're in the store with your mother. Sure, you're in the store with your mother." I said, "I am." They was like, "No, you're not. Stop lying. Tell us why you still." They said, "If you was in the store with your mother, what's the name?" So I told the name. They called the name with a loudspeaker. And then my mother showed up. And when I tell you they got quiet, and remind you, they beat me up though. Remind you, they beat me up. I was young though back then. I was like around 13 or 12 years old. They beat me up. And then when my mother walked in the room, she was like, "What's going on?" They was like, "Oh." So then on the mic, the guy says, he said, "We got the person back here." So the guy came out, he said, "That's not the person." So the guy who was chasing him, they grabbed me, but they had the wrong person. So the guy was like, "That's not the person." The person ran out. "That's not the person." So at this point, they're looking at me. They was like, "Well, what were you doing in the store?" I said, "I'm with my," now mind you, I'm crying because I'm young. I didn't know how the messed up the world was. Boy, did I learn differently. So I'm like crying. My mother's like, "Stop crying." She's like, "What's going?" She going off on him and stuff. Remind you, my arms was bleeding because they put the handcuffs on me. They threw me against the wall. When I tell you they beat me the hell up. And remind you, I used to be short then. I was only like around 5'6" or 5. I don't think I was 5. Yeah, probably like, I don't know if I was that tall. I think I was like 5'6". So they beat me up and stuff, and then they found that it was wrong. They're like, "Okay, you can go now." So I'm going out the door. My arms are bleeding from the handcuffs. My mother was upset. But that was the mother I met before the world got a hold of her. Once the world got a hold of my mother, she became a full-blown enemy of everybody. And I get it, but it just was so weird. So for me to try to take that type of position, I think I would have more compassion with people because I wouldn't want to, make a person feel like they're shoplifting. I'm the kind of person if I see you shoplifting, I'm like, why don't you put that back? I'll be the one to tell you, yeah, put that back. I see what you did. Put it back. I'm security. I'm trying to keep your butt out of trouble. Put it back. And then that's so I get, certain type of way. I would be the kind of person that would give them a break. I know me. And they probably get rid of my ass quick, but I'm not gonna get you locked up. I'm gonna tell you, listen, I know what you're doing. Put it back, and I'm gonna let you go. But if you don't put it back, I'm gonna have to, call the people that's watching you on the camera. I'm gonna give you a warning. That's probably why I never had no good luck in life, because I'm always trying to look after the underdog. But I'm like, yo, I see you stealing. I know what you're doing. Put it back, and we're gonna, and I'm gonna talk to you. And the funny thing, I could de-escalate a lot of things. Just like when I was in New York, these guys were about to fight. I went over to him. I was like, yo, don't do that. And they start. It's so weird how they listen to me. I don't know, but it's just I don't know. I understand where the world at times are really hard and stuff, and I don't know. But I was just watching videos and stuff about Walmart and stuff, and I noticed there's a lot of negative videos. I'm like, man, I don't want to go to in. I ain't trying to go to work to get beat on. I'm not. I don't. I want to beat my butt. Oh, you in upstate? Okay. This guy just hit my guy out, child. He said, I work with a mental institution. I said, okay. He said, that's where I work. I said, okay. But what does that got to do with me? Like, I'm happy for you. He was like, well, you don't have a job, but I work with okay. Like, you think he's going to say, hey, hey, Daniels, what's up, boo? Tamar, child. So I'm thinking he's going to say something as far as getting a job, so I'm listening. But no, he just wanted me to know he has a job. That's the funny thing about people. People are so funny. They be like, well, I have a job. I'm working. Okay. I'm happy for you. Thank you for sharing with me. I'm looking for a job. Well, I have a job. Okay. I get it. I'm happy for you. Are you glooping? It's just amazing. I was born there. How was it in Virginia? I heard Virginia's, I don't know, everybody seemed to be like really on some extra stuff these days. It's funny because North Carolina, South Carolina, then I wanted to move to Georgia. What's this place called Buckingham or Buckwood or Buckhead or something? And they was like, you can't move out there, they bad out there. I'm like, it seemed to be bad everywhere, you ask me. I mean, you probably got your good areas, but I don't know. I know when I was driving for Lyft, I went to an area and it was so peaceful. It's so weird how you go to areas in the world and it's so peaceful. Houses, it's not nobody walking on the street. It's nobody. And it's like, wow, I live in the mountains. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, Sheila. They live in the when I was down there, when I was driving for Lyft and I was dropping people, I went to areas, I was like, oh my God, this is so peaceful. Oh you all the way down there. You 5 minutes from Ohio. Wow. I always find it amazing when you can go to areas and stuff. It's like so peaceful. And it's so weird because you be like, I want to love my people, but child, if I could move to a place where it is peaceful, I'll take it any day. But I know I was driving, I was like, it's some places I found out in Jersey that the areas look like something from a TV show. It's so nice and it's so weird when you grow up a certain type of way and then you realize there's so much in the world that you don't see. I would love to live in areas where it's so peaceful. Not that I have problems here, because I kind of stay to myself, but I just I just find it really weird when you're in an area where there's no dirt on the ground. Maybe I just go on a date, nobody's acting up, but when I was out there, it was just real peaceful. And I wanted to move to New York, but I can't afford New York. I would love to live in New York, but my money told me, no, boo boo, you don't have money for New York. But I've gotten jobs in New York and stuff, but since COVID, everything has changed tremendously. Very quiet. I don't see blacks like that. I'm the only black person in my wow. Yes, Sheila, don't it hit differently? It hit real differently. And I'm like, wow, I don't know. But it's totally different. But one thing I realize is that the job market does exist, but I don't know. I just want I just want a job where I don't expect kumbaya and stuff like that. I just want a job where you do your job and then that's it. And I know turmoil is gonna come. I get it, because there's always somebody that's got to go against the grain. There's always somebody trying to start some stuff and then make you the When I was working in New York as a bartender, the manager, you welcome, Sheila. When I was working at the bar as a bartender, the guy would come in, don't speak to me because I haven't had my coffee. And I was like, he's like, don't speak to me, I haven't had my coffee. I was like, but back then versus now, back then I always had a lot of compassion. What people write about now, it ain't gonna work. My tolerance level, what the abuse that I've been through, because when I was at the job I just left, I told the girl, she says, you got to turn the air off. I go live like just a notification bell, Sheila, because I'm a Gemini, so I'm a little cuckoo. So the girl said, so I was in a warehouse, and at the warehouse I just quit. You couldn't breathe in there, like I could not breathe, and the air, it was no air, and the thing is, like I turned the fan on so I could breathe. So she said, you need to turn the fan, you need to turn the air off because it's too cold in here. I said, I can't breathe. I said, I'm having problems breathing here. She says, I said, turn the fan off. I said, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't get out my face, when I went off her, they was like, Raven, Raven, calm down. I said, no, you better tell her get out my face. I can't breathe. You telling me I have to pick between breathing and you being cold? Put a coat on. Now the funny thing is, she's all the way down the end of the room. But she saw the fan and she comes all the way down my back. She's all the way down away. So she come all the way down this. When I tell you she was so scared, I said, you better get out my face. But I should have known right then and there that my abuse levels of tolerance had stopped. I think people will poke the bear and poke the bear and poke the bear until one day the bear says enough. Now all of a sudden, what's wrong with you? I didn't even do nothing. So you cancel the fact that you poked the bear. Now the bear is getting tired. Now all of a sudden you're the victim. Oh my God! Like the people who be saying, how do you how do you have a, a negative reaction? How do you start with people who have a 911 reaction? So I realize I'm not the only one going through it, but I don't know. I have a funny feeling I'm gonna get this one job that I kind of don't want. That's why I'm busting my butt because I don't want it, and that's driving this truck. Now I'm sure the truck driving job probably pay good money, but I don't know. I don't want to be scared because you don't want to be scared of the unknown, if you know what I mean. But I know within being a careful driver, I know how to balance it out. But I'm always afraid of snow and ice and trying to go down areas where ice is on the ground and you slide into somebody's car or slide into somebody's house and you crash into it. Or you have to take the truck and go into the driveway. Like, I don't know. I don't know because I know I would get out and look to make sure I could do it, but I would go very slow. But I don't know. I just want to be careful and I want a job that's stable. I don't want to keep bouncing around. But I definitely don't want to go through what I just went through because the trauma is so real. I'm retired. I'm going to get my a job to get out this out there. I ain't mad at you, Sheila. That's the thing. You know that you have that peace of mind is so important. So the job I just quit, remember I said I couldn't breathe? So one of the guys there, they just found him dead. Some people were going to his funeral Wednesday. And I told him, I said, once I leave, I said, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna come and get you when I get a job. And then I found that he died. He died from a heart attack and stuff. But they killed him at that job. If I didn't leave that job, I promise you, I would have been dead too. I would have been dead too, because the same thing was happening to him was happening to me. And I kept telling myself, your body, Your body is some type of chemicals or something in his warehouse that's not right. And I got sick, and I started getting real sick. He was limping. I was like, he was there longer than me, and I do believe that it took hold of his life. Thank you, Sheila. So I've been interaction with the girl who used to work. She said, yeah, she said he was so sweet. And it's so weird because now I'm supposed to go see him in a coffin. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could take this. Last time I saw him, he said they won't hire nobody to help me. He was an older guy. I'm like, he's 54 or 55 years old. Why can't you hire some guy that's 21 years old that could do this type of work? His body's young, he's strong. They wouldn't do that though. And now he's dead in New Jersey. And now he's dead. You know what they're gonna say? Well, rest in peace, and then they're gonna go back to work. That's why I tell you these shops don't give a damn about you. Like they don't care. And the thing is, they committed to showing you that they don't care. I mean, they really don't care. And he stayed there. He kept trying to leave. He was like, they won't help me. They won't. And that's like, when I tried to help him, I got in trouble. They was like, you can't be doing this. You got to go back to do baskets and stuff. So I was like, you putting too much on him. He was like, don't cry, Raven. Don't cry. I said, you can't do this to people. I said, this is just wrong. I'm a strong bitch. And if I cry, you better believe I am just done. So at this point, I'm like, they was like, don't cry. I was like, you know what? That was strike number one. Strike number two, child, you told me about your job. Strike number two was I found out that I was working for a legal operation place. I was like, so they was like, you got to hide the liquor because the state is coming in. So I'm working for an illegal operation. So you willing to put me in danger and catching a crime charge and may end up getting locked up for y'all doing shit illegal. I think you should put that on the application. This is an illegal job. You should put that on the application, but you didn't do that. Now I'm gonna say you want to participate in a crime. And I'm working on all these young people and stuff, and they helping them. And I'm like, if y'all parents knew that y'all was helping these people commit a crime, they would go crazy. And they so young and gullible, and it's like, yo, do y'all see what y'all doing? They're sticking the stuff inside of a van to take it away. I'm like, do y'all young, but y'all know what y'all doing? But the thing is, like, the company didn't give a damn. I was like, you know what? So I said, my car cried. I said, Lord, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. This is too much for me. So what I did do, when it was committing a crime, I got my video thing and I started recording. Excuse me. I recorded the whole thing. And I said, now it's amazing. If I go to the news station and show them what you were doing and give you a location, y'all be in all types of trouble. That's why when you committing crimes, you should be careful who you fucking over. I got the video and everything. I got the video of this shit and everything. Got the video of them doing it. And the thing is, like, now the dude is dead. I'm upset. I am so upset because it just did him dirty. And I'm like, I should take this to the authorities. I should get the police. I should get the and just get this place shut down. But then it's like, instead of me doing that, I'm like, you're gonna put people out of jobs and stuff. So I can't. I don't want to do that because I don't want to mess up their money because this is probably the only way they could make it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna take a L. But I don't want them to lose their money. They got bills and stuff. And even though I could be the whistleblower, I just rather just shut up and don't say nothing. I was like, you know what? I'll just take a L because but it just hurt me so bad. I was like, there's a body now. Y'all have a body on your hand. And I told the brother, I was like, I told him, he's like, because they couldn't understand why his brother died. So they had an autopsy done. So I said it was the job. I said, tell him it's the job. And I sent them all the information. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I haven't talked to his brother on the phone or nothing, but I just think it's sad. When somebody dies from a job, I think it should be a lot of accountability being taken. But I can't prove that he died because of that. But I do know he was having a lot of health problems like me. The only difference is I left and he stayed. And he stayed. The next week he was dead. The next week he was dead. So they start calling me up asking me, is he okay? I said, I don't know. But I found this information and stuff, and that's why in this world, care about yourself, make sure your life matters more, because people will not give a damn. You end up dying, before you can get in the ground, good. They got your position in the paper. He ain't even in the ground. I guarantee you his position. But all this time he was living, he asked y'all to help him. Y'all wouldn't help him. Now he dead. Now you want to hire somebody, probably young. That is just so grimy to me. That is so grimy. But I said, you know what? It's all right. God sees all things, and they're gonna reap what they sow. Now, remind you, you want to celebrate Christmas, you want to get presents, but you got a body on your hand. That's a body, in my opinion. That's a body on your hand. That man had a life. Y'all killed him, in my opinion. I don't care. That's how I feel. I even got the text messages and stuff, and I feel so bad, but I'm starting to let it die down mentally, if you know what I mean. But I don't know if I could deal with him. I don't know if I could deal with him in a coffin, because I was supposed to come back to get him, to get, even though I get a job right, but I was supposed to go back and get him to bring it to the new job that I got. Now, instead of me coming back to get him, I get to see him in a coffin on Wednesday. So now I'm like, oh God, can I mentally handle this? That's my question. Can I mentally handle this man in a coffin? And I keep talking to myself, can you handle this? Like I already had one stroke, and I ain't trying to find out. I don't know. I just think my heart is, I don't know if I could take that one. But I feel bad, like I feel like I have to go, but then I feel like I shouldn't go. But I feel like I have to go. But then it's like my health. Like I don't know. I don't know if I can see him in a coffin. I don't know. I'm just torn. I don't know. I'm just so broken with that. But I know this is the last time I'm gonna see, you know, the last time I saw him, he was alive. And he was telling me, he said, they won't get nobody to help me. That's all he kept telling me. He said, they won't get nobody to help me. And I got in trouble because I was trying to help him. And then now he's dead. So then when I see him in the coffin, I don't know. That's just a lot for me. So I talked to the girl who contacted me and stuff, and she was like, well, she said it's a lot. I said, yeah, it's a lot. I said, it's a lot. But I don't know. But one thing I do know about this world that I've learned the hard way, they don't give a shit about you. And as of that being said, I don't give a shit no more. I don't. I'm done. I'm going to look for a job, and I'm going to do everything my way. And if you don't like it, the world has changed tremendously. A lot. I was working around people that was coming to work drunk, smoking weed. Once upon a time, when I was coming up, if you did those activities, you sneak and did it. They coming and smelling like pure liquor and full weed. Like you can't even talk to them because the contact is so strong. I'm like, what happened to hiding? What happened to hiding doing drugs? Like you doing it on the job in front of the boss? So you must be getting high too. Matter of fact, one of the girls is getting high. She was sitting in the car. One of the bosses was sitting in the car and smoke weed. Like I'm like, you got a bunch of kids up here running stuff. It has changed tremendously, Sheila. It has changed tremendously. And I'm like, okay, okay. Ain't nothing I could do about it, but I just want to get my money and stay out of everybody's way. But I definitely know the world has changed tremendously. And this one guy that I was there with, he was sitting in front of the boss going, oh, what is that? What are you trying to do it? I'm like, how could you stand in front of the boss and you just drunk? You know, people be really drunk and they, I'm like, I was like, yo, just go back and say, oh my God. I'm like, you do know we watching you being pissy drunk at the job. He's like, oh, they can't tell when he gets sober. I said, trust me, you're not a good drunk. You the kind that would get somebody busted. He got so bad with drinking, he would take bottles and put it in his bag. And all you hear was bottles jingling in his bag of liquor. He would drink vodka straight from the bottle, not even watered down. He would take it and put it in a water bottle, like make it look like it's water. He would drink that shit at the job, have a bunch of perfume on, toe up. The most he weighed got to be like 140 pounds. Warehouse. The most he weighs like 140 pounds. He's like 6'2", 140 pounds. He's nothing but skinny bones. So his tolerance as far as liquor is going to be low. And he had refills. It's sad. He had refills and he would buy big bottles of liquor. Big bottles. That's a lot. And I was like, well, damn, maybe that's what I should be doing. But everybody's getting drunk at the job. I was like, now see, I would love to be a drunk at the job, but I wouldn't be able to function. I can't do it. I know I can't do it. If I got to drinking at work, I'd been a child, I'd been went home and woke up then left. Like, oh my God, I was at work. How did I get here? Child, I done left. Drunk. Mm-mm. I'd rather drink when I'm home with a safe, not my car. I'd rather be home. But I'm different. A lot of people move differently to me. One girl there, she would bring liquor. She had this liquor. She had strong liquor. She had an orange thing that looked like orange Kool-Aid. It was nothing but liquor. Yes, Sheila. They was pissy drunk. And the boss, nobody didn't care. So the one who I got into it with, the 24-year-old, he was like, well, you need to develop. The reason why I quit is because he said, I need you to train 3 people. So I'm training them. He calls me and says, I don't need you to talk to them. I just need you to train them. I said, in order for me to train them, I have to talk to them. He said, no, you don't. You could just show them, don't talk to them. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, just show them, don't talk to them. So I'm supposed to just pick something up and show, like in my hand, and just point to this. And I was like, okay, so we doing a little mind game here. I said, you know what? This is bullshit. I'm out of here. So I just walked out the door. He runs behind me. He said, you need to get thicker skin. I said, I do got thick skin. And you better be glad I changed. I said, because I would have whooped your fucking ass because you couldn't beat me. I will wear you the fuck out up in here. And I know I'm going to jail because you're going to try your best to win. And I'm going to try my best to knock you the fuck out. You're not going to win. I know you're not. You too short for me. And you got them dreads in your hair. And that's nothing but a frisbee. I will swing you around by your dreads and throw you straight to the bushes. And when you go there, I'll bust you in your mouth. You ain't going to be ready. You're going to mess with somebody who hasn't had violent temper. You're not from that life. You got black privilege. Your mom and daddy make you little Kellogg cereal with little toast and eggs in the morning. So you got black privilege. We get it. You don't live that life. But the ass whooping you will get from me will let you know that I've had a bad life. I've been to hell and I could teach you everything I learned while I was there. And that's not going to be your story. Only thing you're going to try to do is run again in your car and haul ass to the cops. Then I have to go to procedure like they normally do when they see me because I done beat the shit out of somebody else. And it's hilarious because y'all be so tough with that mouth. Then I have to check your chin. So when you talking about thick skin, child, they don't be ready. Especially them black people with privileges. Black people with privileges don't never navigate through people with real life experiences. Not all, but a lot of them move a different way. Oh, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. When you get a job, there's no things that's off the belt as far as getting the job done. But for them, that's not the job description. I don't do that. So he doesn't have to. And for some reason, when I first got there, the girl who hired me, they fired her and the sister and everybody else. Since I've been there, I think about 12 people done quit. They fired the first people who hired me. They fired my boss. They fired her sister. They fired the other person that was the boss. So they fired bosses while I was there. Some person who hired me, my boss, they fired her. Then they put these new people in place and they was all doing drugs and stuff. And I'm like, so you got rid of my boss and you hired people doing drugs. And then y'all Okay. But I always said, if God don't want me here, He's gonna do something to make me leave. And they did it, and I said, okay. And I know jobs are not easy and stuff, and I know nothing is going to be, well, I don't believe nothing is kumbaya, but I do believe in getting a job done. But I can't get the job done when you're trying to do mentally abusive things to me for hilarious reasons. Because sometimes it's that one they call, it's an old saying called, you got the right one. And see, I'm not going to be doing that talking. I'm not. Because at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? So I said, okay, it's all good. I'm just going to keep moving forward. And I'm like, well, y'all do that. I retired from healthcare. Yeah, I've never experienced, I worked in a warehouse job before those. It wasn't the first time, but I've never worked for one like this one. Like I've never worked for one like, and remind you, I don't see the person. They watch you from Canada. They're watching us on a camera. So in Canada, we don't have health benefits. We have no nothing. They're watching us from Canada, and they watch as if in prison. That's what it's like a prison. So they're watching us on the camera, and they were seeing what we were doing. And me, this other girl, quite a few, we was busting our butt. We wasn't getting a monetary value. Then they trained me on stuff. I kick butt. You thinking that since I showed you I know how to do this job, you be like, yo, you're doing a great job, so you trying to show, listen, I got this. I'm good. The lady told me, she said, well, I said, I try to show you different things. She said, well, listen, if you don't like it, you can get out. Now I'm thinking she's gonna say, you do a great job. And I'm very glad that you take pride in your work. She was like, you can get out. I could care less. You can get out. If you want to go, go. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna get the opposite. She's like, well, you need to go. If you don't like it, you can go. I'm like, why are you talking to me like that? I busted my butt to show you that I do everything. I'm doing flowers, I'm doing baskets, I'm cleaning, I'm doing garbage, I'm doing retail, I'm doing everything. And my reward was get the fuck out. I was like, well damn. So after that I said, well, okay. So people was like, well, I told you they are evil here. I said, okay, well, if you digest enough of it, you become exactly what you eat. So I was like, no, I have to get away. But I stayed. I stayed because I needed the money, but my health started acting up, and I was like, okay, something's going on with my body. Like shit was just closing down on me. And I learned that stress will kill you. It will literally kill you. And that's what happened to the guy that worked. He killed him. The stress I was underneath, and I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to do it. My body says, no, you got to go. I was like, no, I'm going to do it. My hands started locking on me. My legs started locking on me. I felt like my heart was about to pop out my chest. I was like, what is going on? I was popping like 10 pills a day just so I could stay in my body. I was popping pills. Then the guy who died, I gave him pills too because he couldn't move either. He was in a lot of pain. I was in a lot of pain. So, but I had left. Probably if I would have stayed, he might still been alive. I don't know. But I just don't understand this world. I don't understand it. I just don't. People find pride in hurting people. I will never understand how do you get happy off of hurting another person. I just don't get it. Why is it so important for you to destroy another human being? And it's that you don't care. I just find that so weird. But I said, okay. All right. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go. So I just left. It was like, no, don't quit. I was like, no, I gotta go. I said, this place is not only affecting me mentally, it's affecting me physically. And this is the only body I got. If anything happens to my limbs, my hands, my legs, this is all I got. And before I collapse on the ground and be looking for somebody to help me, I'm getting the hell out while I can. Because I don't know what tomorrow brings. And the way my body's acting, I don't know why is it doing this. That's the same thing with the guy who died. He was limping and stuff. I was like, I can't do this. When your health comes into play, you got to go. It's no such thing as let me see what happens. No, you gotta go. You may not want to, but you gotta figure it out. When you get to the other side, you gotta figure it out. And I was like, okay. So I left. And that was 11/30, 2023. And after that, I just started putting my resume online and I started job hunting. And I just said, okay, I've been here before. It's not unfamiliar grounds, but I didn't know that my health, which I learned, is that stress can kill you. I've heard of this saying before, and they say stress can kill you. I've heard of it, but it wasn't part of my story, so I heard it. But when I'm started watching it happening, and then my little friend is dead now from the same thing, uh-uh. If I would have stayed any longer, I would be dead. I know I would. I would be dead too. And it's so sad because when I tell you they don't care, it's just unbelievable. The human life, they don't care. They for real don't care. And it's like, how do you wake up in the morning knowing you killed somebody? You know how they wake up? Because they don't say they didn't do that. Why didn't do that? That was just his problem. Everybody get back to work. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I would never care about another job as long as I am. I live. And if people want to meet energy, I'm gonna show them just kind of a motherfucker I could be. Cause I'm done. I'm so angry if I am being dead. You have no idea. I'm so angry. And the fact of him, when I tell you they didn't care, the whole thing was like, okay, everybody get back to work. You just killed the dude. You don't care? No, they don't. And then I'm sitting here, I'm falling apart, I'm crying, I'm going through it. I'm just trying to figure it all out because it's not making up. The math is not mathing. I just can't understand how y'all could not care. He busts his ass and y'all just let him die. No. When I tell you to act like nothing about, oh, that's sad. Oh, poor Michael. Everybody get back to work. Oh, okay. So that's it. Y'all literally killed him. And y'all, nothing. I said, well, you know what? If there is a curse I could put on a place, I guarantee you, God sees all things, and I hope that place gets shut down. For what they did to him, if there's a God in heaven, if Michael could hear this, if Michael go to that company and shut them down, they need to pay for what they did. I hope his brother sued him. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. He should not have been there. He kept asking for help. They refused to help him. He was 50, I think he was 54, 55, or 50. He kept asking for help. You could have got a guy who was 21 years old, 22. These guys are strong. Their bodies are strong. They could do it. His body was getting weak. He was old. He was limping. You could have got a young person to come there and do that job. They'd have been more than grateful to do it. But you didn't want to hire them. They did hire a young person, but young guys these days come with standards. They're not going to allow you to do what they want. Because it was actually a guy working there. He was 22 years old. He said, I'm a boss. I don't do this type of work. He quit. I told him not to quit. I said, don't quit. He said, I'm going to quit. So the other guy was there. I think he was 24. He said, I'm about to quit. He said, because I deserve better. He quit. I was like, it was three Spanish girls that they all quit. I was like, but damn, everybody kept quitting. This other girl who was there, she was a little overweight. When I tell you they picked on her so bad, they would do malicious things to her, and I was to tell them, you shouldn't do her like that. This way she's so fucking obese and nasty. I was like, you shouldn't do people like that. I said, you're wrong. Whether she's overweight or not, that is a real person. You shouldn't do people like that. Expect if you do you hurt people, but you want blessings. I used to get on them. They treated her so much like dirt, and she used to come to me. I said, you know what? God sees all things. I said, let me tell you something. What they do to you, it's gonna be done to them 10 times worse. So they went after her again, and then she ended up quitting. And I just said, when she quit, when I came back to work, they said she had quit. My heart was broken. I was so hurt because I knew what they were doing. They were pushing out the door. They started throwing stuff at her, like trying to get her to do extra stuff, the same thing they did to me. But I was like, it's all good. I knew they wanted me out. And I said, it's okay. God sees all things. I get within a certain period of time, either they gonna end up on the news or they gonna be shut down. They're gonna be shut down. Because you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. And remember, if you're doing an illegal act, don't you need to be nicer to the people who's watching you do it? If I was the kind of person that was committing a crime, I'd definitely be nice to the person that I'm doing it with or the people I'm doing it around. I'm not gonna act like an asshole and then all of a sudden expect your loyalty. So I'm gonna treat you like dirt and expect loyalty. I'm gonna do negative thing. Now remind you, I'm sitting with a whole video full of stuff that I could send to the news, and I could go to my council person and show them. And say, I got people. I got people. I could go to cops and stuff and show them legal. I go right to the cops. In the I could shut them down. Good morning, Miss Butterfly. And the only reason why I haven't done it because I know I'm putting everybody out of work. But then I feel a certain type of way because my boy Michael is dead. And I'm pissed the hell off. I'm still pissed off. Now I'm supposed to go watch him in a coffin Wednesday. Child, I don't know. I just think the echoes of help me, help me, help me, and they wouldn't help him. And now I'm looking at it in a coffin. It just freaks me out. It freaks me out. It freaks me out. Can you imagine somebody asking you to help them, and now you got to see him in a coffin because they wouldn't help him? That's the thing that got me. And I'm like, and it be honest with you, it kind of make me feel like I failed him, but I can't bring him with me because first of all, I don't have a job. But I told him once I get one, I'm gonna come and get him. But he died before I could come and get him. Shit, I'm still looking now, but I don't know. I don't know. I was supposed to go Wednesday to the funeral. Whew. And see, I don't know how the stroke stuff work. Thank you, Miss. But I'm not trying to have another stroke. I'm be honest with you. I'm really not. And I don't know how this thing is going to hit me. Is it going to hit me bad if I start crying? Will I have a heart attack? Like, I don't know. Because my pressure is up really high. And I don't know what my body's going to do. Because my body keep warning me. And I keep getting warnings. And I'm like, can I actually look at this man in a coffin? Like, I don't know. You helped him with no. Exactly, Miss Butterfly. I got in trouble, but I helped him. He was like, don't cry. I was like, this is just wrong. How could you do this to him? And when I tell you, they looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Is this world this cold? I guess it is. So we really don't care about people. I'm like, and it's not everybody, of course, because everybody's not bad. But I mean, I don't know. I guess a lot of them don't even mind because they all high. They all on drugs and stuff. So it's like, okay, I just don't get it. So this week I'm job hunting and it's like, okay, I don't know. I'm so at a loss though, but I don't know. Usually I get visions. And the funny thing is, I kept getting this thing about my hand. My right hand started hurting me real bad. I mean, it was hurting me. And I was like, why is my hand hurting me? My right hand kept hurting me really bad. And I was like, okay, something bad is coming my way. But I was like, maybe, something bad about that. I'm thinking it's me. Something bad is about to happen to me. It must be, I'm going to find a job or something's about to happen even more. So I'm thinking it's me. Because, as people, when we think of bad, we like, okay, we think it's something. But the reality was, it was him. He was dead. And usually when a person dies, they usually come to visit me before they die. He didn't come to visit me before he died. But I did see a shadow, but I didn't see him. But the funny thing is, my hand started hurting again. And I was like, oh my God, not another death. So my hand started hurting again. That means for my hand to be hurting me again, somebody is in a critical situation. That means their time is almost up. That means I'm going to be hearing about either somebody that died, or hell, it might even be me. I don't know. But my hand started hurting again, and I was like, okay, I don't want to. I don't want to deal with two deaths in 1 month. I did that with my mother and father. I buried both of them in September 21 from COVID. I don't think I could deal with two deaths in the same month again. Like, it took me a long time to start back talking and get my words together. Like, I don't know. I don't know. The body is a amazing machine, but when the system is overloaded, you just never know what your body gonna do. And if you're the kind of person to be like, you know what, I can handle it, forget about it. And even though you saying forget about it, your body is saying, no, we in a problem. We have a problem. So while you saying forget about it, your body's saying, no, we're not gonna forget about it. So I'm starting to learn that maybe you need to let me start acting up like a fool. But it's so sad though. I don't know. I'm just at a loss. It's on Monday, and I just figured I'd come on this live and stuff, and I don't know. But the job that I saw, it was in Walmart, an investigator, an inspector. So I was like, I don't mind this job, but I don't want a job where I'm getting hurt. Because last time I checked, when you go to Walmart's, they don't check people for guns. I ain't trying to get shot. I ain't trying to get stabbed. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to think of the worst, you know. You have to always try the best you can to keep a positive mind that through all things, great things do come. But anyway, all right, beautiful people. Miss Butterfly, I thought you was a moderator. You must have taken it off. But anyway, all right, beautiful people. I'm about to get off of here. And I just want to show some love to let you know one thing in life. Protect your spirit. Don't let nobody tear you down. Anytime something happened to you, hey, Miss Rose, anytime somebody do something to hurt you, child, just go. Just go. Because your health is all you got. Raven, I'm going through the same job, hon. I recently found out that I'm a highly sensitive person, or HS. I think I might be. See, right? Go. Yeah, that's the thing, Rose. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Black, but I thought you was because I do remember you. But yeah, it's a lot. So protect your spirit stuff, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Because your health is all you have. It's for real. It's all you have. And even though I'm supposed to see him on Wednesday at a funeral, I'm having a thought, can I deal with this? I don't know. But anyway, I'm still job hunting. I'll give y'all part, I think it's 7, probably way more parts than that, but I probably forgot, knowing me. But we're going to start at 7. Since I see 7 people on the live, we're going to 7. So tomorrow will be part 8 of job hunting. I guess I'm documented. I'll let y'all know what I'm going through in the same breath. And I told to this other guy about another job, but to be honest with you, I'd rather be a driver only because I want to dress like a bum. I love to dress like a bum. I don't want to put on a monkey suit. I want to dress like a bum, put my sweats on, and get my job done and go home. But whatever God has for me, it is for me. And it's already designed for me in mind. So I also tried for a job being a receptionist. I didn't really want to do that only because I know they're going to want me to be dressed up. I don't want to be dressed up. I don't want to look beautiful. I want to look like a bum. I enjoy being a bum. I don't want to look beautiful. I don't. I wish I could be with you to monitor you. Thank you, Miss Black Pepper. No, Mama, you with me right now. This is enough. Trust me. You're holding my hand through the storm. Because when I see you, you let me know. You got me, and you know I got you. And you know I ain't perfect. So, I fall down more than most. But I just want y'all to know, I'm just letting y'all know what I'm going through, low key, and how we're gonna push through and make things happen. And we're gonna see the greater good. And I'm still waiting on what God got in store for me. And I'm gonna let y'all know when it happens. If it don't happen, I'll be on this. It's not funny. I'll be on the streets. No, I won't. I'll be at the welfare office, honey. Because when I was at welfare, they was like, "Don't you never leave your daggone house." She said, "Come down to welfare. They'll send a check to the place, y'all. There's always options, so never think that there ain't no way. So don't give up and never leave out your apartment." But it's all good. Um, thank you, Sheila. I appreciate that. And the thing is, like, okay, well, it's what's the name? It is what time is it? 8:59. So I'm just gonna see what's gonna happen, y'all. Anyway, love you all. Protect your spirit. Remember, your health is all you have. For real. And people used to tell me that, but I paid it no mind. Stress will kill you. So when people are hurting you and you crying, they gotta go. The first tear that falls from your eye, from anybody or any job, you gotta start planning your escape. It's no more stick around. It's no more trying to figure it out. It's no more, well, maybe. No, you gotta go. This is your health. Your health. Heart attacks, strokes, everything. Mm-mm. Don't let that be your story. Because now I'm supposed to be burying this guy on Wednesday from a heart attack. He couldn't take no more. And he kept asking for help. And now he's dead. So, all right, I love you all. Hit the notification bell so when I do upload another video. See, this is shit about a stroke. I have to talk really slow to make sure I pronunciate everything right. And let's not even talk about the stroke face. That my face will start. Your health is all you got. That's all I'm telling y'all. Protect your health. But hit the notification bell so this when I upload another video, y'all be notified. I love you all. Protect your spirit. Have a blessed and safe day. All right.